Cowboys friends, Cowboys fans, Cowboys family. Hold on real quick. This way. Let me go turn this down real quick. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Let me hold on. I just had to go ahead and give y'all a thing. I was just vibing to that earlier today, and real good Outcast, Anyway, let's go ahead and get to this season preview, Cowboys family. And so what I'm gonna do in this video is kind of give you all a breakdown of the games that I do think are important, and also kind of a prediction of how I think this season will go. Again, this is barring injury, so I'm not a psychic. I'm not gonna pretend to be one, but it's certain games that I've circled that I say, well, if Dallas can win here, or Dallas might lose here, or dang, this is going to be a tough game, and so vice versa. And so what I'm going to do in this video is kind of break down some tough games and kind of what Dallas can do to win. I do have Dallas going 11-5, 10-6 at the worst, and I have them winning the NFC East and ultimately getting to the playoffs. I have Tony Romo coming back and doing so. And the reason why I say that, number one, is when you can run the ball and control clock, you can beat a lot of teams. And when you do one thing extraordinary, and you've built something extraordinary, i.e. our offensive line, and you have a running back like Zeke, and you have another one like Alfred Morris, I think the team will be in great shape. So, the first tough game of this season is obviously Cincinnati, Week 5. Like I said, New York is no cakewalk. Skins second week, no cakewalk. Chicago, kind of a cakewalk. And San Fran, definitely a cakewalk. But Cincinnati, Week 5, again, you're playing against a great running attack, a decent offensive line. Andy Dalton won't make mistakes. He won't make a bunch of plays, but he won't make mistakes. They have a good defense. I think this could be our first real slip-up. Like I said, that Giants game early is going to be tough. But this will be Dallas' first real slip-up. Just a nasty team. Just plays nasty. Sometimes uncontrollably, i.e. how they lost the Pittsburgh game last year with the late hit to Le'Veon Bell. I think that was Vontaze Burfict. Great player, just sometimes can't control his emotions. So I think that's our first real slip-up, Cowboys fans. So I think that'll be our first loss. I do have us going 4-1 up until that point. Now let's go to Green Bay, Week 6. I actually think this will be our second loss because we're going to Green Bay. And one thing you'll notice with me, I'm going to always give the upper hand in quarterback play unless they have something extraordinary. Like Cincinnati has a very good defense. So I kind of gave them the edge there, and they can score and control clock. Green Bay doesn't run the ball that great, and their O-line is spotty, but they have a great quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. So that's going to be a tough game. That could be our toss-up game right there. Okay, so now we're going to go all the way to Week 10. I think we can. We'll get through the bye. Tony should be back around the Philly game. I think we'll beat Philly. Obviously, they have Carson Wentz starting. He's a rookie. He showed us nothing in the preseason, so I think we'll be good there. Cleveland, that'll be a tricky game, but, Griffin looks good in the preseason, but we still got to see. I don't know if they'll have enough playmakers, even though, what's my boy's name? Josh Gordon is coming back, so we'll see what happens there. But I think Dallas will obviously be good enough. Ultimately be good enough to go on ahead and beat Cleveland. So now, Pittsburgh. Extraordinary. And we're talking about Big Ben, and we're also talking about Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown, the crispest, best route running receiver in football. And just ultimately probably the best receiver in football. It's going to be a tough game. Their defense actually isn't as bad as people think. They have Shazier on the other side. Going to Pittsburgh, you may chalk that up as a loss. And then turn around going to Baltimore. This is the one that I think that Dallas can win. I think this one's in Dallas too. But I think Dallas can win this game. Now, Joe Flacco is a good quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback, but he makes some mistakes. Ben scares me a lot. Flacco, I think they can win this game. So this is my toss-up between 11-5, 11-6. Okay, 11-5 and 10-6. That game right there. Could be a loss, could be a win. I'm leaning towards win, but don't be surprised if Dallas loses that game. All right, so let's go to the Minnesota game, Week 13. Now, I know they just lost Teddy Bridgewater, but listen, that defense is better than people think, and they have AP. That's a very tough game, Cowboys fans. I'm not saying it's a loss. I'm not saying it's a win. But it's one of those, again, toss-up. Just be ready for a great offensive line and a lot of running and a great running game. And also, like, a very good defense. They have, they have Harrison Smith on the back end. They also drafted my boy from UCLA, a great cover linebacker. So, again, we're talking about playoff upper echelon teams. That Minnesota game is going to be a tricky one. And then, honestly, I think we can pretty much run the table going on into the playoffs. I think we can beat Tampa in Week 15, Detroit Week 16, and Philly Week 17. So that leaves us at about 10-6, 11-5. Now, I've been consistent with a couple things. What Zeke will do and what Dak will do. And what Tony, honestly, not really much changes in this offense, even with Tony getting hurt. And I say that because it's still a run-first offense. We built this offensive line for a reason. So I go back and I said, well, we're talking about something extraordinary. Well, we built an extraordinary offensive line. First rounders all on that offensive line. They're all playing great. We lucked up and got Lyle Collins. So now, what do? We use it. And you abuse it. That's why even with roster cuts, we have Darius Jackson on the roster. You have Lance Dunbar on the roster. And you have Ezekiel Elliott on the roster. And you have Alfred Morris. Use all of them. Make teams, oh, man, we got to play Dallas. We're going to have to stop the run. Exactly. Put 8 in the box. Leave Dez one-on-one. We're in good shape, Cowboys fans. This year, especially the first 8 games, is about coaching. This is Jason Garrett's time to shine. Because Tony is bailed Jason Garrett out a lot. Tony wins at the line of scrimmage. Well, now it's no more of that. So it's going to be on him and Scott Linehan to go ahead and put Dak and put this offense in good situations. Don't tell me you don't have the personnel. Don't tell me that we can't do it. Things happen to everybody in the league. So with that being said, I'm out. Go ahead and vibe to this. Let me know what y'all think of this video, man. Subscribe. This is our season preview. Like I said, Cowboys 11-5, 10-6. I think we can do some great things. The season isn't lost, y'all. I'm actually looking forward to this season. Share this video, like, subscribe. It's your boy Foots the King. I'm gone.